नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितपादपद्मं लोकैर्जराभयमृत्युनाशं धातारमीशं विविधौषधीनां तं व्योमवातावनिवारमन्यं पञ्चप्रपञ्चात्मकदेहभाजं सन्तापसम्पातजराज्वरान्तकं नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवम्. Namaste to all. It's a time when you all feel sleepy, right? After having this heavy snacks. I'll try to speak both in English and Hindi. अंग्रेजी तो मेरे मातृभाषा नहीं है, तो उसमें भी मिस्टेक्स होगा, और हिंदी भी मेरी मातृभाषा नहीं है, तो तमिल में बात करूंगी क्या? नहीं, क्यों नहीं? हाँ, इधर तो तमिल का चेयर भी लगाया है हमने, है ना, काशी में. तो आप सबको जल्दी तमिल भी सीखना चाहिए, जैसे कि हम हिंदी सीख रहे हैं, क्योंकि यही है अमृत काल का विजन, है ना, 2047 का विजन. 2047 का विजन यही है. हमारे भारत एक ही है, हमारे सभ्यता और विरासत एक ही है. सिद्धा सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन और आयुर्वेद सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन दोनों एक ही है. तो आज थोड़े टॉपिक्स दिया है प्रोफेसर रामनाथन जी ने. सो इट्स छोटे बच्चों, आपको तो पता नहीं होगा कि कितने मुश्किलों पन के बाद ये चेयर, ये IIKS इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम का ये रिसर्च सेंटर क्यों लगाया है IIT में, आपको तो पता नहीं होगा, है ना. आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस, 75 years आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस, this has occurred. It is a historical event. You remember, when you all grow up and reach the age of 40 or 50, you will know the importance of this institute called Indian Institute of Knowledge System. Because 3 साल के पहले 2019 जब कोविड आए थे, आप सब 8th स्टैंडर्ड या 7th स्टैंडर्ड में होंगे, है ना, या तब आप सब घबराया हुआ घर में थे, है ना. हाँ, हम सब घबराए नहीं थे. सिद्धा डॉक्टर्स और आयुर्वेदा डॉक्टर्स, यूनानी डॉक्टर्स और होम्योपैथी डॉक्टर्स, we were all working in COVID care centers. We were all never afraid of it. I come from a state called Tamil Nadu, and this state we had 73 COVID care centers. कितना COVID care center? 73. It is the highest number in the whole of the country. Okay, the state was so confident that the Siddha doctors and Ayurveda doctors can treat COVID. Just imagine 2019 में जब पूरे लोग, हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर योगी आदित्यनाथ जी टॉक में बता रहे था कि यूएस किसका पॉपुलेशन इंडिया से आधा है ना, 1/4 है हमारे पॉपुलेशन से, पर कोविड का डेथ देखिए इंडिया से 2 बार है, 2 times का डेथ इंडिया इधर यूएस में. हम तो सोचते हैं कि यूएस बढ़िया देश है, डेवलप्ड देश है, और इटाली में एक ही हफ्ते में 100 doctors were, they all died due to COVID. Why did this happen? We did not see such a bad scenario in India, which has the highest population in the whole world. The government has very clearly declared that it is because of we following Ayush practices. Okay, Ayush का मतलब है आयुर्वेद, यूनानी, सिद्धा, होम्योपैथी. यूनानी को भी हमने अपना ही बनवाया. Go and search history. Okay, you have Iran, Iraq, Pakistan. These are the Muslim nations, friendly nations which speak Urdu. Have they taken any effort for the practice of Unani in their places? No. But India is the only country where we also practiced Unani medicine on COVID, and we were all successful. There was a research paper from IIT Delhi which has proven that by giving Ayush medicines to COVID patients, there was not even a single death. Okay, so while we that is the reason why Indian Institute of Knowledge System has been, this chair has been inaugurated. When was it inaugurated? In 2020. Okay, 2020 जब हम सब घबराए हुए घर में थे, तब क्या कर रहे थे इंडियन गवर्नमेंट? It has started this Indian knowledge of system so that it understands what is Ayurveda. This chair, this should have been started 75 years ago. We are delaying, we are behind the scenes, we are so slow in our researches, and we are just starting now. जैसे बेबी स्टेप्स लगा रहे ना, ऐसे हमने कदम उठाकर रखा है. तो इसीलिए मैं विजन, क्या है विजन हमारे लिए 2047 में, इसके बारे में भी मैं बात करूंगी. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. तो आई एम अ डायरेक्टर इन अ cooperative society called IMCOPS. It manufactures Ayurvedic medicines in Tamil Nadu. The medicines are available across India. इसका मतलब नहीं है कि मैं ही IMCOPS को पूरे संभाल रही हूँ. उधर 16 डायरेक्टर्स है, मैं एक डायरेक्टर हूँ. तो IMCOPS के बारे में भी मैं बताऊंगी, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. नो, द प्रीवियस स्लाइड. The previous slide. Yeah, I've missed one slide. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, there's a slide which is missing. So, you know, when IMCOPS was started, it was started in the year 1944, independence के पहले. क्यों उन्होंने खोला, पता है क्या? Okay, 1944 को छोड़ देंगे. 1917, 1918 को आपने मेडिकल हिस्ट्री लेकर देखा तो उसमें होगा इन्फ्लुएंजा या फ्लू का एपिडेमिक इंडिया में हुआ था. ओके, जब पूरे इंडिया में लाखों के लोग मर रहे थे, आप जाकर गूगल में देखिए, रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर का एक रिकॉर्ड मिलेगा आपको. रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर अपने रिकॉर्ड में लिखा है कि उनके हॉस्टल जो था, उनके हॉस्टल में उन्होंने एक भी मृत्यु नहीं देखा था. वो रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं कि उनके हॉस्टल में अपने हाथ से बनाया हुआ पंचतिक्त खाड़ा, क्या दिया था? पंचतिक्त खाड़ा. पंचतिक्त का मतलब बिटर, हमारे करेला जैसा हर्ब्स. वो खाड़ा मैंने दिया था. और वो कवि, वो नोबेल लॉरेट लिख रहे हैं कि मुझे तो डाउट है, मुझे तो संदेह है कि ये खाड़ा देकर ही अपने बच्चे को मैंने did I save? He has written this. Go and search in the Google. You should not forget to Google it. It's so important. We could not make mark during the 1917 influenza because we were under the British rule. What happened in 1944 is this IMCOPS was started by a military doctor called Captain Srinivasa Murthy. He was a military allopath. Okay. During the Second World War, we were not manufacturing so many allopathic medicines. What happened was there was lots of bombing and there were many soldiers who were getting hurt. So after the soldiers got hurt, they started getting wounds, and there was cholera also in India. So this allopathic doctor understood that there are no medicines for treating the soldiers because we could not manufacture allopathic medicines in that speed, in that scale. So what he decided, he belonged to a tradition of Ayurveda Vaidyas also. He immediately started IMCOPS. It was a cooperative society. He brought in Ayurveda, Siddha doctors and Unani doctors and started preparing these medicines to treat the military soldiers. So what did an allopathic doctor do to save his soldiers and to save the patients from cholera? He started this society called IMCOPS. So see, there are so many phases through which you have to look at the Indian knowledge of system of medicine. There are so many drawbacks. We are lagging behind by 75 years because after independence, we have not taken much, we have not given much importance to Ayush. कितने लोग इधर आयुष का काढ़ा पिया? गुडुची का काढ़ा? स्टूडेंट्स में कोई भी नहीं पिया. हम तो इधर इसी के बारे में बोल रहे हैं. आप सबको आयुष के बारे में पता करने के लिए ही हम इधर बोल रहे हैं. तो पहले साइड था ऑडियंस बनाना. ऑडियंस चाहिए, जैसे कि संगीत, कोई somebody singing देश राग, आप सब सुनते हैं क्या? क्लासिकल म्यूजिक, देश राग, देश राग. I think you will all run away if I'm going to sing classical Carnatic music. If it is going to be a rock music, you will all listen, right? Rock and pop. Yes, I see a smile. This is the same problem with Ayush system और our Indian knowledge. वेद मंत्र या गायत्री बोल रहे हैं क्या आप सब? नहीं ना. हम सबको रोज गायत्री बताना चाहिए. इसीलिए ये इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इसको बोल रहे हैं. उसके साइंटिफिसिटी को हम आपके साथ लेकर आएंगे. ऐसे ही है, ऐसे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आयुर्वेद और सिद्धा के दवाएं. तो कैसे ऑडियंस बनाना? ऑडियंस को तो एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी कैसे आएगा आयुष सिस्टम के ऊपर? जब एलोपैथी डॉक्टर्स इंडिया में बोलेंगे कि आयुर्वेद दवाएं 100% काम कर रहे हैं, ये सर्टिफिकेट मिला तो हमारे देश के लोगों भी उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, है ना? आप सब तो पैरासिटामोल ही ले रहे हैं ना फीवर के लिए. आप सबको तो पता नहीं कि पंचतिक्त काढ़ा भी पी सकते हैं. आप सबको अश्वगंधा के बारे में पता है क्या? गुड. कैसे पता हुआ? गवर्नमेंट ने एफर्ट्स लिया और सारे इधर बांट लिया. अश्वगंधा सिर्फ कोविड में नहीं काम कर रहे, 52 डिसीजेस में काम करेंगे अश्वगंधा, डायबिटीज में काम करेंगे, रेटिनोपैथी में काम करेंगे, और कई डिसीजेस भी है. अच्छा, इधर हम वी विल स्टॉप विद दिस. आई वांट टू डिस्कस अबाउट एसिड्स यूसेज इन Ayurveda, because this talk is about medical chemistry. What are the acids used in Ayurveda? We don't know, right? We know about acids used in chemistry. HNO3 is there, nitric acid है, hydrochloric acid है, sulfuric acid है. तो आयुर्वेद में कैसे ये एसिड्स को हमने किधर से लेकर ये मेटल्स को ट्रीट किया है, सो इसके बारे में 5 मिनट का डिस्कशन होगा. तो ये एसिड्स हमें किधर से मिलते हैं? हमें नेचुरल प्लांट्स में मिलते हैं, जैसे कि सिट्रिक एसिड होता है नींबू के स्वरस में. इसीलिए ज्यादा दिन आपने सिट्रिक एसिड नींबू का पानी लिया तो आपको एसिडिटी हो जाता है, क्योंकि हमारे पेट में भी सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड और हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड है, बहुत माइल्ड कॉम्पोजिशन में. ओके, सो दीज एसिड्स को लेकर, इस एसिड्स को लेकर हमने हमारे ये मेटल्स है ना, जैसे कि गोल्ड या सिल्वर या लेड, इन सब को हमने ट्रीट किया. कैसे ट्रीट करते हैं? इस मेटल्स को हम गर्म करते हैं और गर्मा गर्म इस नींबू के पानी में डालते हैं. ओके, ऐसे 7 बार 8 बार या 11 बार या 21 टाइम्स करते करते वक्त क्या होता है, ये लोह का जो पात्र होता है, लोह का या ये फॉइल होता है ना, वो टूट जाता है. तो it breaks because it becomes brittle. How does it become brittle? The chemistry is the acids in the citric acid, it will cheleate. The process is called cheleation. It's a very, very important word. Don't forget, CHELEATION. This is what we have been taught as when we are in school. We learn about physics and chemistry and biology, which are not related to us. Everybody, we all want to send satellites. It's very good. We all have to aim for, sending satellites, but everybody cannot be taught the same standard, physics and chemistry, which we are not even interested in. Indian science, this has to be incorporated in academics. This should be our vision for 2047, which I think we are all working for. Yeah. So, क्या होता है? Organic acid, citric, ascorbic acid, tartaric, acetic acid, and many more are there in these citric juices. The minerals may be formed as trace elements in end product, and it may cheleate. This is the fifth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cheleate the metal ions on the surface. जैसे कि आपके घर में लोह का पात्र होता है ना, iron vessel. Iron vessel के ऊपर rust होता है ना. It is because of oxidization, right? You take the iron vessel and clean it with citric acid, that is your lemon juice. All the rust will go away. It is because the citric acid has removed those iron oxide. This is the simple science behind this. Okay, so this is how we also use the acids to treat the ratnas and uparatnas, gems. The gems are also heated and dipped in such liquids. And what happens? Organometallic compounds are formed. जैसे कि लोह है ना, iron को ऐसे ही हम दवा जैसे दिया तो आपको नौसिया होगा, वॉमिटिंग होगा, इसलिए हम इसको बावन करते हैं. ये हर्बल जूसेस में ग्राइंड करके सॉफ्ट बनाते हैं और भस्म बनाते हैं, और उस भस्म में उस लेमन का जूस का पार्टिकल भी होता है. वो it is possible that they form some complexes on which IIT is going to do plenty of researches. You are all going to join these chairs after some time. Okay, so these are all to be researched upon. This is where we are all lacking in. The another important point which I would like to tell to the esteemed panelists is that there are plenty, thousands of researchers in IIT, DST, IISc, and also Ayurveda and Siddha doctors who have done their thesis, PhD, on the same topics which I'm presenting here. Thousands of theses are just sleeping in the institutes. If only we find a way to collect all these theses. Now, all the Ayurveda doctors, the PhD scholars, they have all started putting them in computerized PDF formats are also available now. How many theses you want, you tell me, I will get you all those theses. It is just about coordination. Coordination is lacking in between such premier institutes. How many Nobel Prizes have we got from India? Can you tell me? Can you tell me one name of a Nobel laureate? एक बताइए ना, नोबेल प्राइज किसने किसको मिला? अब तो मैंने बताया ना एक का नाम. हाँ, रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर को किसमें मिला? पोएट्री में मिला था. ऐसे ही अमर्त्य सेन को economy में मिला. I am a very proud Indian, but I'm very sad to tell that there are not even 12 Nobel Prizes which we've got from India. But there are totally 1,000 prizes have been given till now. We are not looking for prizes. We are not looking for recognition, but we must work towards excelling. Premier institutes like IIT, IISc, we have plenty of brain. One thing is brain drain is happening. We are all going to US and we are all contributing our knowledge to that, to other countries is different. But we must work towards excelling. Why has it not happened is because of lack of coordination. I've seen through plenty of researches in IIT and IISc 10 years back. Nanoparticles, you've got thousands of material. And here in Siddha and Ayurveda, you've got thousands. I've done my work on arsenic. How many patents do you want? You can bring the patents if just these works are, if a person sits and understands these concepts and tries to materialize it and sell it to a pharmaceutical company, India is going to be the next unbeatable country. It is only possible if Indian Institute of Knowledge System is going to tap these resources. Just work for 10 years and we can make 1,000 patents through Ayurveda. This should be our vision also. Yeah. So this process of using the acids to make these particles smaller, it helps in bioavailability and easy absorption of the metal. Next slide, please. These are the various herbs, okay? Garcinia indica, Jambir, Nimbuka, Bija Borakada, and the active principles and acids in it. What are its medical studies which have been done? What processes it is used? Next slide, please. Yeah, these are the various liquids. Next slide. Yeah. So IMA writes to NCM against inclusion of Ayush medicine as an elective in MBBS internship. Why am I speaking about IMA here? Audience. We need an audience in India, and it's not easy to get this audience unless the IMA accepts. We sadly believe that IMA is, after all, a private association of allopathy doctors. When Prime Minister Modi ji announced that Ayush system has helped in managing COVID, immediately IMA wrote a letter, and there are lots of cases which are there against Ayush doctors. Baba Ramdev ji और IMA के अंदर कितना झगड़ा हो रहा है, आप सब तो पेपर में पढ़ते हुए होंगे, है ना? So there is बिल्ली और चूहे जैसे होता है ना, ऐसे सारे समय एलोपैथी डॉक्टर को, आयुर्वेद डॉक्टर को देखा तो ही इतना गुस्सा आ जाता है, और आयुर्वेद डॉक्टर को, एलोपैथी डॉक्टर को देखा तो ही इतना नफरत हो जाता है. क्यों ऐसा नफरत? हम सब तो एक ही देश का वासी है, एक ही सब्जेक्ट पढ़ते हैं 12th स्टैंडर्ड वक्त, है ना? 5.5 years we read and come out and we become like enemies. Why should this happen? This happens even between states. हिंदी और तमिल होता है ना, और पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में. सो सारे इधर झगड़ा होता है. झगड़ा तो हमारे मन के अंदर है ना, नफरत हमारे मन. तू मुझसे बड़ा हो जाएगा क्या, ऐसा, और आपके सिद्धांत तो इतना बड़ा है क्या, ऐसा. हमें, आई एम वेरी प्राउड and I'm very humbled that thankfully all the scientists from India have started voicing Ayush, which I never expected after this COVID, because I should tell that COVID was a gift for Ayurveda doctors. I'm very sorry to tell this, because it was one time which it didn't allow our head to. We were very proud during the time. I ran a COVID care center in Tamil Nadu. Okay, a COVID care center where we took COVID cases. Please go and look into the Google. Take in Science Direct, there is a paper I've submitted. Hypoxia का मतलब पता है? नहीं. ऑक्सीजन कितना होना चाहिए हमारे लिए घर में होने के लिए, और कितना होना है हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन के लिए? कितना होना है पता है? कुछ ना बताओ ना. 90? हाँ. If the World Health Organization had told that if your oxygen drops below 90, you have to be admitted. That was the protocol which it had given. Remember 3 years back how worried we were all, right? Patients were running here and there. How many thousands of Ayush doctors in the ground level, in the village level have saved people from COVID? They are all countless. Go and see in Science Direct. I have submitted a paper. With my team, it's not due to the pride, is the pride of Ayurveda knowledge, and not that I have done it. Okay. At 56, the patient was brought, and we had done telemedicine on the patient. The patient was not put on ventilator. We didn't see the patient, and just through phone call, we have managed the case for 1 month. The patient was not at all hospitalized. No, sir, please don't clap, sir. But thank you for the claps shall go to the system of Ayurveda. This is not just one case. Please go and look into the Science Direct. There are 20 cases. 20 cases of Ayurveda and Siddha doctors. Dr. Girija, Dr. Mahadevan, Dr. Ram Manohar, and many Siddha doctors. 25,000 or 50,000 cases NIS has treated in Dr. Geeta. NIS has treated 50,000 cases of COVID, right? Yes, I remember. It was 20,000, it became 50,000 cases. They never took ventilators. Now, let's not go into the necessity of ventilators itself. It is going to open many issues here. Let's not go into that. There are so many truths which we are unable to even talk in the public domain. Okay, so it's 20 cases of records we have for Ayush system who have treated these COVID cases without putting on a ventilator. Okay, so everything is possible by Ayush system. Don't think that Ayush ka matlab hai tail lagana or face ko glow karna, bahut lamba bal, you grow good hair. That is all there. Cosmetics was not the purpose of Ayurveda at all. The Ayurvedic Vaidya was a serious clinician. You can treat a heart attack with Ayurveda medicines. You can treat psoriasis. You can treat arthritis. Without giving steroids, you can treat all diseases with Ayush. We are not against allopathy, but where all you can include Ayurveda, you must try Ayurvedic medicines and then go to other system. That is the aim of we bringing in IIKS. Next slide. So how do you create an audience? Previous slide, please. Now, I speak so much of Ayurveda, right? And the government has given 80,000 crores, 84,000 crores for allopathic system of medicine in the whole union budget. That was last year. This year, 79,000 crores. And for Ayush system, the government has allocated 3,000 crores. Okay. So we tell that 80% of the Indian community is on Ayurveda, but we just give 3,000 crores to the Ayush people to do researches. How are you all going to do researches? But there is no mistake with the government because the audience is not ready, right? They need an audience. How will they justify themselves? I'm happy that this year the fund has increased by 20%. Last year it was around 3,000 crore. Now they have made it 3,400 crore. Probably they are going to increase. So the audience is not ready in India, but the audience are ready across the world. Indians are going to be slow learners because across the world, 80 countries have accepted yoga. How many of us do Surya Namaskar in our home? 1% does Surya Namaskar. हमारे मोदी जी तो कितने बार करते हैं सूर्य नमस्कार. हम आप सबको इंस्पायर करने के लिए ही है ना. सूर्य नमस्कार करना चाहिए, प्राणायाम करना चाहिए, आयुर्वेद लेना चाहिए. इसीलिए हम सब इतने we are spending so much of our energy for the youngsters to understand. So how will you create an audience? The audience are you. You must understand the importance of Ayurveda and the government must make it attractive. Now the problem in Tamil Nadu, I told that there are 73 COVID care centers, right? Also note, this was the first time in Tamil Nadu, 1,000 seats for the Ayush has been returned back. Okay? 1,000 students have not joined Ayurveda and 1,000 seats are remaining vacant in Tamil Nadu. So for the government tells that it has done so much for Ayurveda, but the common man does not understand it. He thinks ventilator and vaccines are only going to help you. He does not know the value of Ayush. So if we don't have quality students entering the Ayush system, how are you going to get researchers? The starting point itself, we are in a trouble. This is the worry which I've been having for 10 years. And this year, I don't know, 1,000 seats have remained vacant in Tamil Nadu. 1,000 students have preferred allopathy to Ayurveda. Why have they not joined Ayurveda colleges? The colleges are in very bad shape. Right? So starting mudal konal na mutrum konal. जब पहला वाक्य हम जैसे कि मैंने गलतियों के साथ हिंदी सीखा और सारे लाइफ मैं ये गलतियों के साथ ही बोलते ही रहेंगे, है ना? ऐसे ही starting trouble है. तो Ayurveda has to be made attractive. I have another idea which I'll tell in the later. Next slide please. Heavy metal. Time हो गया? Okay. Just I'll finish it off quickly. Have you heard about the word heavy metal? आयुर्वेद दवाई में heavy metal है. आप सबको पता है? ओके, आप पता कर दीजिए। जब भी आप एक डॉक्टर, एलोपैथी डॉक्टर के साथ बताएंगे कि मैं आयुर्वेद दवा ले रही हूं, वो आपको घबराएगा, वो बताएगा कि उसके अंदर हेवी मेटल है। आपको पूछना चाहिए कि दिस हेवी मेटल कॉन्सेप्ट हैज ऑलरेडी बीन नॉट